My name is Nicolette Jones, and I've been writing about children's books for some decades for the Sunday Times and other places.
For the first time, we're showing all of John Burningham's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang artwork. He was the first illustrator to work on the book when it was originally published in 3 parts in 1964.
Originally, Ian Fleming wanted Trog, who was a friend of his, a cartoonist for the Daily Mail, but the Mail wouldn't let him have the rights to work on something else. So then there was a couple of other choices, a chap called Hodson, and finally somebody had the very sensible idea of giving the job to John Burningham, who'd just won the Carnegie Medal for his first picture book, Borker. And of course the work was utterly beautiful, and when this work was shown to Ian Fleming, his only reaction was he wanted an extra sign in an image of Paris, a sign that said "Tobac," partly because they were both very keen smokers. I have to say, when I look at this collection, you realise what an incredible variety of materials and styles and imaginative touches he's managed to bring to it. Even the image of Chitty, which interestingly now we tend to think of as a red and yellow striped car. When you look at John's original illustrations, they have a kind of sheen, the wings, like a real bird's wings. And the colours, a lot of his illustrations were black and white, but the colours when he uses them are a sort of almost pre-Raphaelite combination of a sort of dark red, a kind of magenta, and a dark green. It feels very sumptuous, very rich. He took photographs of his suspended model of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from all angles and then used those photographs in the pictures. And they're absolutely irresistible to pore over. The views of Paris, the restaurant scenes, the sweet shop, the inventor's studio, full of all kinds of objects. And I feel like even without the text, I just want to lose myself in the story. There's so much going on in John's work that you feel is from other kinds of fine art. There's impressionism in there, and there's kind of cartoony aspect to it, and sometimes it looks a bit cubist, and sometimes they're very, very rich things to look at.
It's wonderful having John Burningham's work here, and it's been so well received here at Mottisfont.
It is phenomenal, and it really is a thing of beauty, and I'd be very surprised if people who come here don't suddenly discover that John Burningham was doing more extraordinary work than they ever quite realised. I mean, people think of Chitty, they think of the movie, they think maybe a Fleming story, but when you stop and look at John's work, it's show-stopping, it really is.